Hi and welcome everybody. We have a special SDN presentation for you today. Mike Vaccaro here alongside Bobby Guntoro, second-year head coach of the men's and women's swimming and diving program, and an old friend behind us or between us as well, Coach, as you've won the CAA championship, once again the 14th championship for men's swimming and diving. And first of all, welcome and congratulations to getting this program certainly back on the top of the CAA.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for having me, and we're glad to bring our old friend back here with us in Wilmington.
14th championship, the first time since 2014, so it's been a little while. You're an alum of this program. You won 4 championships as an athlete, now the first as a coach. Let's start there. What was the difference going from the swimmer, winning it there, and now winning it as a head coach?
It's a special feeling. I think, especially in 2014, when that was Coach Dave Allen, last title at UNCW, and he's a dear friend of mine and certainly a father figure to me. So watching him win out winning like that, it was a big deal for all of us as an alum. So. Now that I'm back here at UNCW as the head coach of the program, it's certainly a different feeling. I think my number one job as a head coach is managing people and just making sure that the student athletes and the coaching staff knows that I'm there for them, and to make sure that if they need anything, they gotta let me know, and I can do my best to provide them with the resources. So going into the championships, I feel like my job is to really be there for everybody. Where as an athlete, I felt that, okay, I have 3 events or 4 events or 5 events that I have to do my job in that particular point. So it's a feeling that I cannot explain as an alum. I did that. We were there before as a student athlete and watching from afar when Coach won it, his last few years of the championships, and now I'm back here and brought it back to the championships. And this is for the alumni, this is for the athletic department and UNCW and the Wilmington community that always been supporting towards our program.
Yeah, I know it means more to you being an alum, and certainly you look at that. You look at the result that you had. You won by over 200 points, so pretty convincingly you win this championship. Tell us about how you got it done in Christiansburg, Virginia.
Well, I think we got to take a step back from last season. Last season was a very tough season. My first year as a head coach here, we went into the championships only having 11 swimmers and 2 divers. But we knew that, hey, let's not focus on the results. Let's focus on how do we do things. Let's focus on the journey. Let's focus on what can we do better as a program. And we finished the championships last year, finished second. And that kind of get the ball rolling with our recruiting went very, very well. And we talk about recruiting individuals that can not only have aspiration to bring back this program to the top of the conference, but what can we do for us to represent UNCW in the NC2A level? So really the combination of our very experienced upperclassmen and a very hungry freshman, it was a perfect storm. So really that makes us very dangerous, really, coming into the weekend, and the ball was rolling from the first day. We won both relays, and that was the first time ever for our program to win the 800 freestyle relay. And the rest is history. Yeah,
as you said, a very young team, but you had that veteran presence as well, and certainly a couple of honors here. Most outstanding swimmer of the meet was Henderson Louviere. Tell us about him and his contribution to this championship.
Henderson, this is his 3rd time really leading the program into the championships. His first year as a Seahawk, he was, I didn't coach him his freshman year, but he was the freshman of the year for the conference. And then his second year, I thought, he didn't get the CAA swimmer of the year, but he scored the most points in the championships. And he accelerated this year. So, he was a big help for us, but really the guy that we can rely on everything. And he continued to excel in his role.
Nick Newis, one of the freshmen that you talk about here, what was his contribution to this championship?
Nick Newis brought an elite diving into our program. He was committed into one of the Power 5 school, and then when we took over the program, you kind of see what we're building here. He wants to be a part of it, and we talked to him, and we realized that, hey, we can build a program around you and have you to qualify to NCAA and represent us in a different level. And then he brought that, and he was dominating this last weekend.
Yeah, he was the most outstanding diver of the meet, most outstanding diver of the meet on the women's side. Courtney Clausen as well, junior on this team. So you guys took the diving competition. Boban did a great job. Yep. He's the coach of the year on the diving side as well. Tell us about Courtney and her contribution here.
Well, it certainly helps to have. I think Coach Bo is one of the best diving coach, not only in the conference, I think in the nation. He's passionate about our program. He's an alum, and his knowledge on the diving side. So I rely on him a lot. He's my friend, and I rely on him a lot on more than just diving. So he's been a very big impact for our program. And when you have a coach like that on that side, it makes my job a lot easier. So, and I think you could tell from his relationship with his athletes and how he led his program, that part of the program into the championship. Is so calm, very nice demeanor on the pool decks, never too high, never too low. And that essentially helps our student athletes to really perform at their best. And Courtney, year after year, we knew we can count on her in the championships, but when people knew you're accountable, that can be a pressure. But Courtney's done a really good job in just managing that, and she was flawless. Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, great to see that. And Brooke Nicely, somebody who didn't win an honor, but she's got a chance to get to the next level, to go to the NCAA, qualify there. Can you tell us about her and the week that she had in the championship?
Yeah, Brooke Nicely. Last year was an interesting year for Brooke. She as a freshman and dealing with COVID-19, and it was not many socialization, and she was spending a lot of time in the dorm. So it was really tough for Brooke. She was very talented girl, and so we continued to work with her. This year, she just accelerated very nicely, and obviously in this past weekend, we knew he was coming. We didn't know how fast he was going to go. And the 500 freestyle in the ready room, and before she went into the ready room, she told John and I, like, I'm going to win this one. I was like, okay, if you're going to win this one, okay. And then in the mile, and she, after the warm-up, like, I feel good. I'm going to crush this one. And, to be honest with you, in the first 300 in the mile, we thought she went a little bit too fast. We're like, oh, guys, I think she's too fast. She's got to calm down a little bit, and then the 500 coming in, the 600, the 700, and she accelerated in the 800, and then she just took off. And then that's when we knew in the 1200 marks that she can qualify the NCAA. So right now, she's in the 32nd. She's in the nation. So typically, every year, they take about 41 student athletes in each event. ACC is in, SEC is in, all the Power 5 other than Pac-12 already in. So we truly believe that this is the year that she qualified to NCAA, and that will be the first year in a long, long time for our program. And that means a lot, because that was the vision that we brought into this program. That's, hey, conference is great, but NCAA is our goal. So if we have aspiration towards the highest level of competition, we'll take care of the business everywhere else.
Well, let's talk about your aspirations for this program. Again, you're just in your second year. You're the coach of the year now, coming off of that championship. So you win on the men's side. Women's improve as well. Mm-hmm. What's your vision moving forward? How good could this program on both the men's and the women's side be in the future?
Well, Mike, like any coaches, I'm a number guy. I'm a number guy, and we are very well calculated when it comes down to recruiting. We're very well calculated when it comes down to training programs, and so that's our strength. So when we're focusing on the future, it's all about recruiting, and we take a look at the point spreads towards really our men's side and our women's side. Let's talk about our women's side first. Our women swimmers and divers on the freshman side, they scored 250 points out of 600 points. And that is that is massive, and they score more points than any other class in the field. Not only our team, but it's also the rest of the team. So that shows. And our sophomore class scored the second highest. And to me, with freshmen and sophomore leading the way that way, and we can't count off the juniors' experience. They're the mature one. They're the one way before our men. And here we are sitting that, hey, you know what? Our women's may qualify to NCAA before our men's side. And our men's side, you know, it's apparent that we're there. But now the question would be, don't get satisfied of what, because it's been done before in this program, and Coach Allen showed that, and our alumni showed that it's been done, that we were undefeated for so long. But the goal now, can we produce All-American? Can we produce NCAA champions? Why not in Wilmington? And my question is always that to our recruits, why not us? So you can be here, and all right, you go to that school, become All-American, come here being NCAA champions. We got the pool, we got the lane, we got the water, we got a beautiful Wilmington.
And you got a great tradition as well, again, the 14 championship. And after you win the 14 championship, the first for you, it deserves a belly flop, right? Tell us about that, because I saw the picture online. It's definitely the picture of the year in my mind. You going into the pool, great celebration.
Well, you know, everything's about giving a shot, right? And I told the kids, you know, going into the championships, I told the kids, like, look, just give their best shot. Just take the shot. Just let go. And then, you know, when after receiving the trophy, all the guys and girls were like, hey, coach, giving a shot. Let it go, coach. They're like, all right, belly flop it is. So I just went for it. So, yeah, it was fun.
I'm sure those kids love to see that, We love to see the energy that you've brought to this program, Bobby, and again, to have this program back, and it's great to have this trophy back, as we said at the top, back where it belongs as well. Congratulations to you, your staff, your athletes. Job well done.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Again, he's the Coach of the Year, champion as well as a swimmer himself, now as a head coach here. Bobby Guntoro joining us here today. Thanks for joining us. And stay to UNCWSports.com, as I'm sure there'll be some news coming up soon, hopefully on Brooke Nicely, whether or not she gets to the NCAA tournament and qualifies there after setting that school record in the mile. But again, we thank you for joining us here today, this special presentation of the Seahawk Digital Network.